Yeah.
F0. Like, an owner can't walk up.
Nope. He sees the silhouette.
Oh,
and,
good luck
that's
retaking
gonna be
this
that.
area. Are we just going to... No, we're going to TP. We're going to try and do it, but...
The smash flank. Let's see whether this is going to work out as Faker throws in the ultimate, gets on in there, but he's just going to explode. Otacon goes down as well. Zeka grabbing the kill, and now T1 need to run for the hills. You cannot fight that which cannot die. And HLE now moving towards the top lane in a turret. Where does the good news start for T1 in this game?
You took out Jace and Ezreal.
Oh wait, it's
Fearless.
a best of 5. Yeah, that's where it starts. Actually, to be honest, maybe it's worth it.
Well, still not how you want your game one to start, Adler.
Probably not. They might be able to kill Zeka as Ona takes a little bit of a ride underneath the turret. Great phone skewer comes on through as the flash out from Zeka will keep him alive. He gets hit by his own teammate's True Shot Barrage. Flash up, down goes. No, never mind. He is going to ult his way back in though, so that will kill Doran. Faker with a fair bit of damage, trying to eliminate the minion wave where they can as Viper hitting so many of these shots, and they have Otacon. So he can just take the free back there. Zeus
in this first game is T1.
Yeah, and look at HLE building some vision around the Baron, you would assume, and now...
Taxi out.
Oh, yeah. Smash is going to try and make an exit. Oda also going to be diving forward. Delight throws down the ulti as Zeus is fighting against Faker, and Faker is probably not going to survive it. There's the Shock Blast to finish him off. In the meantime, Owner is also dead. Delight somehow alive, and this could just spell the end of game one. HLE with an absolute turnaround in performance in this one. They're going to need more, though, and Peanut might need a little bit of saving here as he wants to... Yes, he does manage to do that. True Shot Barrage. He's actually going to be the one that takes the kill, and Peanut fighting a top laner is not necessarily going to work out for him as his ex-teammate grabs the kill off the back end of this one, but it's only 2 for T1 in this game, and 2 dead Nexus turrets are going to be the result with a following Nexus to go down as well. HLE game one, absolute statement here from the LCK champs, as when it says playoffs, it's a lot of action to start this one off. HLE not wanting T1 to be able to close the gap, and Carrier says, I will do that. And Peanut already extraordinarily low. You can see all the AoE damage is massive. Viper and Smash fighting towards the top side, but Faker gonna be the first one to go down. Peanut the immediate answer, and Zeus will be able to execute Carrier off the back end. Doran does not like that, and so he's gonna melt almost all of them. Viper and Smash continuing to fight. This is just ridiculous. So far, it's a T1 win in the battle, but man, I just want to see more action like this throughout the rest of this game, as now Viper's in trouble, down to 200. Dancing Grenade, Deadly Flourish going to miss, and he doesn't have the flash, and this extended 1v1 is going to be a Smash solo kill in the end.
That's why you pick Rumble, baby. Play for these early fights. I was a bit worried for T1. They didn't have the Wukong out, crucially, but neither did Peanut. Didn't have his ult available. Zeka also with a costly miss, I'm pretty sure, of the ultimate, because a little bit of Herald.
And so the teleport's come through from Doran. Okay, he's going to show up. They want to fight for this, but that is going to be the Herald coming on through. Zeus looking to try and start this one. Has already broken it up as the equalizer. It goes down. Zeka taking so much damage. He shouldn't be there. And that's 2 wiped out already. Viper is free hitting, but the Chaos Storm is so dangerous. And Smash is over the wall. They have nowhere to go. They're in the blender, and that means a triple kill for Faker. Zeus is now going to move towards his turret, but it is on 0 health. And he's the last man standing. What are they supposed to do? He's going to look to try and get back. He does have at least the empowered recall, so that is...
Their poke is good.
Yep, they've certainly got some tools. The sieging capabilities are there with people like Zeka. As okay, Equalizer just going to be thrown on top of Peanut, and the Spiraling Despair is exactly that for Doran. He just gets wiped out. Zeka going to grab that kill, and there's no response here for T1 so far, as it looks like positioning around the Dragon is what we're fighting for. Zeus looking for an angle, but there's a Cyclone from Ona. Peanut going to explode. Gets destroyed by Smash, and now we'll see whether Zeus can find some kills. Gets one onto the Monkey, wanting to charge up that Q, but doesn't quite get there. Zeka and Viper, a fair bit of damage, and Delight's moving in to be that front line. 3 versus 3 now in the fight, but the stun from the gravity field is massive. Look at these Qs though, but here is Smash with that curtain call, and Delight doesn't seem to really notice. Carrier dives forward, somehow Delight's still alive. Avoids the Deadly Flourish, but that's Zeka having to flash away, and it's not enough. Viper, can he do it? The answer's no. Gets popped like a balloon, and T1, they'll win another fight.
a man with a dream and a mission. And again, a lot of ults are out. They have good poke.
This Baron is so incredibly low. It is going to be secured here by Ona. Deadly Flourish just barely avoided by Viper was nicely done, but his don't have very much damage. And Doran is just flashing in. Peanut in so much trouble, and yeah, between a rock and a hard place doesn't really do it justice. There's 2 on the floor already. Another beautiful gravity field position there as Zeus is just going to be stunned up and burnt down. Delight goes as well. It's a double for Ona off the back end of that, and with 5 men standing, T1 are going to march down the mid lane, utilize this brand new Baron buff, and send us to a game number 3.
T1, after a very lackluster game number 1, strike back with some amazing team fighting. That mid-jungle duo is going to be looked at, but even Doran on the Rumble, earning the prio on that pick.
Oh, yeah.
Through in this one. And Atlas, I know you're normally the one that does this, but I am looking at my hand.
See it. Ward is such high value. Control ward's there, so HLE not going to be surprised by Ona's entrance. I don't think they can do this.
Karia's moving in as well. He seems to agree. Meganar is about to time out.
Yep, the wallop is going to be mitigated here by Zeus, and Faker gets out of the Gnar stun. Otacon going to have to be given up here, I think. And Zeka moving in. Exactly right. Carry going to be pushed away, but now Doran started the battle. The dash is forward here as the Glacial Prison going to get picked up. Doran still trying to dash around the fight, but that is going to be the shutdown. Delight gets rid of his former teammate, and Carrier executes Zeka on the back end. Otacon's still mad. Okay, finally does reset, and now Ona at relatively full health. It's a big old shield here from Delight, but it's not going to save him. What an absolute mess here on both sides, but mainly for HLE. Not really with too much of a plan, and Viper once again throws a skill shot to Narnia.
That's it! I saw the value!
In the mid lane, they can see him taking this turret.
Oh, Ona still has flash. That's Smite available as well. Are we flipping the game?
Oh god, okay. Ona going to be moving on in. Are they just going to focus him down though? That's the question. He flashes away, is now Carrier. Oh, it's not happening again! Zeka puts him down, and that is Otacon secured. The transformation at the perfect time for Zeus as well keeps him alive.
Back to his heyday, he wasn't great in Italy, but just because that's not what the team needed him to be as the poke.
Oh god! Okay, there's his Nidalee getting the work done. Another chance of corruption from off screen, and Smash is doing the best that he can. There's even a Hail Mary Glacial Prison thrown by... Ona gets that control ward in there. He knows.
Doesn't have flash.
3,000 health. Yeah, can he actually Q his way in? That's the question. He tries to get there. He steals it! Oh my god, but here is Zeus trying to end the fight before it even starts. Doran just trying to keep a Baron buff alive, but he's not going to get out. And HLE, it's only Carrier that's left up with...
Things are looking horrible. They got completely wiped in the fight. There's no Baron buff gone, or no Baron buff left.
Whoa, nice footwork there from Faker. As I say nice, he gets completely destroyed. And Zeka is going to find the last chain. Goes golden there as well. The rest of Hanwha Life Esports trying to turn off Delight. He does it the best as Zeka dashes over all of those swords, and he almost, actually he survives? What the heck? Zeka, he was on like 1 health. Doran now just getting sniped here by Viper. The flawless duet is decent as that house is just sitting on the floor. And Zeus doesn't really care. Still able to get that little cheeky knocker. Doesn't press the button as there's a moonfall. There's a combo. Carrier taken down first here, but you can see they're focusing on Zeka. They'll be able to take him down. Smash. Free hitting as Viper just Valkyries his way out. Oh no. Not quite able to catch up, and now Faker gets over the wall, finds the charm onto Viper. The Heartbreaker is exactly that for HLE. As Viper... All right, this is an interesting response. We'll see whether HLE actually react to it, as Smash has put up a bit of a wall around these little Otacon walls.
I think Otacon's gone.
Yeah, but they don't really care about that position. Ona trying to get in, he's almost in range. Finally, steals it! And now T1 should be able to massacre the fight once again. Ona just rips it away from HLE. Oh, these smites have not really been going Peanut's way throughout this matchup in general, but Ona just keeps on doing it. That's Silver Scrapes right there. That was the moment. That's where we started hearing it. Rocketing them to a 5,000 gold lead. There was like nothing in it between both of these teams. for this whole game, as Faker is going to be coming over, finds a charm, connects it onto Peanut, but now can they find the Wombo combo? That's the question. Already, they're trying to send them home, and a couple of them will be leaving, but that's not a real kill, and HLE are the ones that are falling by the wayside. Faker now trying to utilize this buff to grab a little bit more.
Oh, this is a trap waiting to be sprung.
Yep, some looming Faker as they change positions. Somehow it's kind of working though, as there's a knockup. Faker is going to be sent home, still has the Otacon buff, and they take down the Diana. As there goes Zeker as well. Zayas trying to make his way out as Viper, ace in the hole, tries to take the blast cone. The counter strike not quite in range, as Doran just wants another leap strike, and there it goes, empowers him. And Delight is not long for the world, ladies and gentlemen. Does use the repel to create a little bit of distance. It's a nice cocoon, but it's only a matter of time. Well, let's just see how it does go. His interruption on the leap strike there was quite nice from Zayas, but now he finds himself on the wrong side of this one. Can he get the health back? He sort of can, actually, as he gets back over the wall. There's a 5-man ulti from Peanut. Is it going to be enough to win them the fight, though? His owner, he's able to start these resets, but the rest of them are on the floor. HLE, they found the one window to get them back into the game. Smash trying to be the hero, but it's not enough, and Zayas cuts him down. Where he stands, that's an ace, and maybe they can.
Oh, no, look.
No, I don't think so.
Look at the way. Okay, so
they're going to have to answer this, because Baron could really spell the end. There's another one. Viper just walks into him. He is able to block the last bullet, as Zeka does throw down the ultimate here. Peanut looking for Doran. Viper trying to kite him as best he can, but oh man, that lamppost is so dangerous. Owner and Zayas are fighting towards the top side, but HLE are just falling apart. And Ono now just slinks into the mist and looks to try and take down his former teammate, and he doesn't. Zayas puts him in his place, but I don't think that one really matters. Faker now looking for his shot as Zeka fighting against Doran, and Doran says, no, buddy. It's only when we're teammates that you'll be able to get the best of me. As Smash and Carrier moving towards the top side just to get the work. Ona moves on in. A bubble going to connect onto Peanut. That is such huge news, but unfortunately not able to find the paddle star, as now Zayas may need to try and get out of here. Remember, he has no way out. There's the curse of the sad money, but Peanut is going to get executed. You can see now the Olaf chasing after Smash, but the Soraka's doing a job to bail out. Not able to work. And now it's Viper that needs to do it. He finds one, but Smash just executes him. It's an axe to the back of the head, and Zeka will not have the damage. T1 will find a team fight.
And that Blasco might be what ends up deciding this game, Atlas. Just one silly little Blasco. Just one!
Oh, Brendan Valdez is somewhere extraordinarily upset, as T1 with 4 members and now moving towards the enemy base. Is it over right here? Surely not.
Oh, I don't know.
It's 32 minutes. They've taken the inhibitor now. They've got a minion wave. I mean, Peanut's going to be here, but can he kill the wave in time? I don't think so. He gets on top of Smash, and he needs to kill these minions. He will be able to get them. He's got a lot of bandages. His turret is so incredibly angry, and T1 will back away. Still. My goodness, that could have just been end of the game right there. He's holding onto the bandage toss. That's a good flick. A good handshake there as well. Doesn't find the impale, and he could just be dead. Owner is in so much trouble. He's trying to drive his way out, and it works. Somehow, Carrier, oh my god, the amount of damage that's coming through here is now Faker in trouble. Zayas going ballistic. The double knockup is so good with the Fate's Call. And now it's Zayas' time to shine. A triple as he executes Smash. And now they can definitely take the...
Can obviously just get through. Will he choose?
But this Baron is just gone. So they secure it. Can T1 find a team fight? That is the question. The bubble goes wide. Peanut might need to flash, but he doesn't have it, so can't actually get out of here. He's going down slowly but surely. Eventually he wants to just walk his way out, but now Ona throws down the Impale. They take down both junglers, but Zayas is just on top of Carrier. They've identified the key target. Doran gets into the backline, goes alive. Viper will survive, pulls out the sticks, and down goes the Akali. They sacrifice Peanut, but they... This takes a large chunk of his health bar. Weaver's Wall, and that's going to knock Ona over. He is thankfully extraordinarily tanky. They do lose their inhibitor turret. As now Peanut flashing forward gets this cleanse out of Smash, and now Viper is looking for him. Can they execute him? Yes, they can. Viper now right in the back line, and he's getting bailed out. Will he be able to find it? The answer answer is probably yes, and look at this immortal Viking, throws the undertow, takes down his former mid laner, and HLE, our LCK champions of last year, will be staying alive in the LCK Cup.
Remember, teleport was just used for Fisher into the mid lane, but Kingen has his, and Fisher's very close, does control that mid prio right now. I don't know if... oh boy.
They're just letting Lehens do whatever he wants in their jungle now. Trying to force a flash, I think, is Lehens, but BDD, now he's going in. He's going to scoop up two, but he's alone. The Mega Gon comes in, and finally the rest of the team does follow up, but Nongshim will pick up the first kill. Fisher immediately going to melt here to the Ambessa, though. And guess who is not here? It's Jiwoo. Finally comes in, finally presses his buttons, and may be able to turn this one around, but the front line is going down. Jiwoo still unchecked. It's Jiwoo against Perfect, and it will be the Kaisa who wins the fight in the end, Cuz all alone. And Jiwoo, he took his sweet time, but when he showed up, man, he made the difference.
And BDD lands as an X-Key.
For playing Vision Denial, but they've gotten really good at it.
Yeah.
Especially when not challenged, which has happened a lot in this game. Gideon is very tanky. Here comes the Maokai ultimate. Will lock them down, and now the turn onto Sejuani. Eventually they get the kill, but look at Kinga's position. Hops over the wall, and guess what? Duckdom's dead again. Fisher on the backside here. Can they kill Ambessa? They finally will, as Perfect does get one kill. Kingen super tanky. It's him up against BDD. Fisher able to come back in and do a bit of damage. The hook hits for Lehens, and BDD is running away from a Nautilus, and Fisher is running away from a Maokai. They might both go down, although BDD gets over the wall and he gets some plants. The one thing to keep him alive. And now
He's got Ripmaker.
has to respect. In goes Kingen looking for the kill, and he will pick it up. Yeah, you see the trade of ults here. Kingen is level 18. He's jumping into the fight. Fisher, though, I'm not sure about that one. He wants to get Duckdom, but Duckdom, oh, he's going to get killed and sniped by the Nautilus. Also, BDD, meanwhile, just going down, and Perfect, he's got to do it all alone. He's the one damage dealer left. It is Ambessa, but it's not quite enough. And Nongshim, they lock down the fight. And if they've got a wave here, they might look to push to end instead. Maybe a turn towards Baron? No, they say, okay, it's late enough. Let's push down mid.
I think they can get this inhibitor very easily. The wave being so far behind, though, because of BDD Sundisk, is going to buy some time for some respawns here, but they've got so much damage at this point.
I think they just get it.
I think they do end.
Jiwoo with the classic Kaisa BM. You get that all the time in solo queue. And
oh, it's classic. And Gideon can even tank the turret additionally here because he has so much health, and it's just enough time. KT knocked down a peg here in the first game. It's been the weak side Yone in this game sides this whole game, to be fair, though. But
also really dying.
Yeah.
Well, Gideon's just going to step on some chompers. And, well, he stepped on something, got stunned up. And either way, we're diving still as we're killing the inhibitor. Maybe a chance here for KT. Gideon is going to go down, but Jiwoo able to peel up against Cousin Kingen. He is the raid boss. He is the guy you got to kill. You can kill Jiwoo. They don't really care about that. You got to take down Kingen, and then we're talking as BDD just going to get gunned down here by Jiwoo. And that should be finally the end of the game here for Nongshim, taking game 2.
Clean 2-0 start, and for KT, unfortunately, there's a lot to see here. Nongshim, very dominant start to this series. Lehens puffs up his collar. He's ready to pack it up and take a break. See if he wants to utilize it here. He's going to get a turret at least.
Plus off position down for Wei, and now he's just taking a massive amount of poke damage. And yeah, turret goes, Perfect TPs. They want to take the fight. Wei's getting healed up by the Nidalee. Maybe want to go in here. Wei not going to hit anything as he does get the shift out of them, but the turn comes through from Nongshim, and the team fighting is just so much better from them. Nice steal from Cuz. Then he will, oh, he's not going to go in there for that one. And BDD trying to make it all happen by himself. He's just going to go down immediately. You can feel the desperation in the air for KT.
Damage in that fight, 99. He did nothing. Doesn't have the range yet at this point. That's
Ezreal's
a reverse
4-0.
Yeah, that's a reverse Zeri moment. I think our first.
Oh God, fight looks like as they get pushed off the dragon and Nongshim take it for free. They say thank you for the leash. No engage comes through. I say that, and the engage comes through from Nongshim. And this time, Wei's going to hit the front line. Okay, the follow-up is just not there, though. And again, you've got this massive Ezreal doing tons of damage. Alongside of the Corki, they just line up for it. And Cuz is also going to go down. No disengage code for him. Triple kill for the Corki.
Bit more. Cuz.
Well, we got to sleep here. Cuz going to flash out. Gideon, oh, the damage is insane, but the follow-up here from Wei is quite good, and now you do have Duck Dom over the top. He's going to miss his flash, but he gets away, and the withdrawals, they get one. How many more will they get is the question. Kingen flashes in, gets another kill, and they're struggling so much just to take out a con buffs away from Gnome. It's Fisher, it's Kingen and Gideon. They should have enough, as now trying to engage here onto Lahans. They're thinking about getting Cuz in, but it's too late. Perfect gonna spot it. That health bar, how low it is. And now, again, you just have so much reliable engage on the side of Nongshim. You press your buttons, and from this far ahead, you can kill anyone, including Perfect, who is going to go down, I believe, now 0-4. Here comes Kingen. He's not done yet. He's like, you wanna go more? He's gonna find Duck Dom as well. Duck Dom not able to hop away, and it just feels like bullying at this point. A singular sleep onto just Cuz, as they hunt them down like prey. As at least Duck Dom is going to get that kill with the Zult. BDD as well does a little bit of something over here on the right side, but he goes down. Dies to Lilia, who now has 7 kills. Gideon 7-0. Very unfair, as now we got Zio on the flank here, wants to go, and he's going to miss his ult. The disengage Maokai ult, very good here. As now you can see DK, they need to punish, or at least they're going to try. They get the 1 kill. And now they're looking for a bit more. Keep in mind, Kingen not here, not even bothering to TP. Fisher going to get grabbed. The flash, the turn, and Gio has to cleanse to just get out of it. But Lucid is not done just yet. They're gonna leave Gio alone under the turret, and down he will go as well. DK, they will get what they came for.
You know, and I was complimenting, obviously taking the out of can was a good play from Nongshim,
yeah,
and they did get some value, but definitely still need more to get this. Oh no.
Well, getting up against the wall against this comp is not good, as Gio's just going to die with his flash up. That's not going to feel very nice. As the equalizer comes down, Kingen also just going to die. And there's just no fight happening here on the side of Nongshim. Showmaker, you see, he's actually going to live as well, just barely getting healed there at the very end. And it's a
big hit. They'll probably try a last-ditch effort engage here and give it a shot, but Dplus completely in control.
Yeah. Let's see what they've got. They're trying to smite away the wave, but there's just another wave of minions coming in. And yeah, they got to try for something here in just a little bit. But Barrel, you know, he's just waiting. He's got his finger on that W key. He's not actually in position to block that one, but it doesn't quite matter. The Fate's Call does come out, as now Barrel is going to pull Gideon back into the team. Big Impale at the same time, and Lucid will go down, as the health bars here on the side of DK not super healthy, but they have the damage, and they will eventually finish off Kingen, and they will look to finish off this game, as Fisher desperately just dying to the Gold King, who needs more gold, of course. And down will go the Nexus. DK, very simply, just playing a better game of League of Legends here in games coming in, so they gotta get out of here real quick. But okay, miss on the knock up here from Barrel. There's the cleanse from Jiwoo. And now a lot of members in Nongshim, though, are coming on over. Showmaker has his E available, will be able to block. Another TP's coming in. Showmaker flashes away, but do they have the pressure? They got Shu on the flank, and yes, they absolutely do. Big Yone ultimate, but it's too little, and it's way too late. Fisher very clean, actually, to get the kill, but you just lost 4 kills to DK. Dplus KIA immediately cleaned up the fight.
I guess they kind of feel confident to go for this because Dplus don't have all their members there.
I mean, they could, though. Like, trying to zone Lucid here, as the smite will go the way, and now they have the combo, as the sleep a little bit late from Lucid. He is going to go down. A massive shutdown for Jiwoo, who is now on the run. Flash on in, as they look to punish him for taking down Lucid, but somehow Nongshim able to make something of that play so far. Shield level 12. Look at the front line. Look at Gideon just melt into this, but the barrel gonna hit the back line. Trying to peel the hen's not gonna hit the knock-up onto the necessary members, and that just means the entire fight is so forced from Nongshim. And DK, they love when you engage into them. They just absolutely... Nongshim going to send a desperate Arakan here. There's Hex Gates, by the way. Just a little reminder for Nongshim, if they're listening. They're not. The engage comes in. They're trying to burst down Lucid. He is so tanky at this point in time. He's level 13. And he's not going to die anytime soon. The engage is paltry at best. And now Gideon's going to go down, and DK, I said it before, they can do whatever they want. They're going to continue doing whatever they want in this fight. Jiwoo, no cleanse, no anything. You see Kingen actually doing a great job here, but Featherstorm still available. And DK still going to win that 2v1.
He's here too. Keep sending it. Just keep sending it.
Yeah. Okay, well, they're going to try to turn on to Lucid. He actually does die. Sleep does still come through. That's a couple of kills. Double kill for the Kaisa. Okay.
Oh,
better than it could have been. They found an angle to find kills.
The global pantheon is still global. Gideon, you don't need to hit your W. Just walk away.
Okay, he's going to the Hextech Dragon. No, he's not. Trying to back here.
He doesn't know.
He doesn't know. He doesn't know. He's just going to TP in. It doesn't matter.
He lacks critical information.
Yeah. Well, Ziu's here. He can clear the waves. There's no Baron buff. But we got TPs coming in, and Tanktheon doesn't need you to not have cleanse. It doesn't matter. It's just, he's going to kill you anyway.
He didn't stun you to CC you. He stunned you to proc Fimbulwinter. There's a difference.
We are not the same. Showmaker is very much built different in this game. 5-0-3, a big stomp once again from DK.
You know, he built different, and he is built in for support. 0-3-0. Whereas on the other side, Kingen doesn't even look like he was in a lane swap.
And now you see they're trying to desperately do this Rift Herald, but we've got everybody joining in on the side of Nongshim. Did they go too far? I do wonder. 666 gold does go over to Beryl, but he will go down. Lahens, they're desperately trying to kill a Shen, and they will eventually be able to do just that. Kiting the Aatrox once again. Here is Siwu and Kingen. The res going to maybe be denied here. Yeah, it's not going to come through, and Nongshim just waited out, take the win in the fight. And the Rift Herald did not even go their way to deep. It's a very fast Wukong, but as you mentioned, this Galio's still tanky, even building AP, and there is the follow-up. Everybody just pressing their buttons on in. The Fear gonna lock down aiming. He is done for. Lucid gets the res, but the rest of his team is dead. Ziu dies to 17th kill over to the side of Nongshim. We're looking for number 18. Might not get it this time, but I think Nongshim are fine either way.
Yeah, I mean, it's a huge advantage, and Nongshim are doing everything they need to do with the composition. They are just diving onto aiming and killing him, and basically anyone else they see as well. This game feels pretty shut and done for Nongshim, and Lucid is going to execute eventually.
Will he?
Right?
Will he?
Oh, my, why did he went out of turret range?
And he went back the way that...
Whatever, it's only Shen gold, right?
Here. Want to deny an Otacon, but now they're just all in position to get dove all together. In goes Gideon. That, guys, this comp plays itself. Press your buttons. Go in. Nongshim, press your buttons and go into the enemy team. Looks like they finally are able to figure out how to do that. The res comes in, and down goes Beryl at the same time. The res doesn't matter. It's just 3 kills over to the side of Nongshim. They are just that far ahead.
Yeah. That did not look like a 10,000 gold lead team.
Flashes with Kennen?
Yeah.
Worth? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Face checking the brush. And yeah, the damage they have is just obscene at this point in time. Beryl's there as well, just to go for number 9. Lucky number 9, he says, as he falls.
You know,
down will go the Baron.
Without Hex Gates, Beryl couldn't have got back that quickly to die again. I think that's it.
He's really min-maxing his death.
He really is. Yeah. A death, so far, a death every 3 minutes.
Yeah, there you go.
But actually, it's past 27 minutes, so he's falling under quota slightly.
Yeah.
If Nongshim end under 30 minutes and he dies one more time, he'll have beaten 3 deaths per minute. So that's your goal right now, Beryl.
I don't think it's 3 deaths per minute, by the way.
Sorry, 1 death every 3 minutes. 1 death every 3 minutes. 3 deaths per minute is impressive even for Beryl.
Yeah, it's like almost 100. They're just going to press their buttons
there he goes.
And go at them. There he goes, 1 in 10. So he's hit number 10, lucky number 10.
Yeah.
And yeah, Nongshim, they take advantage of DK's happy gaming, and they'll take a game down.
I mean, I guess he pressed E and then he pressed F, which is next to each other, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, they're finding Barrel.
All right, they're going to get Barrel here. You know, they have finally done that. Now we got the Tark ultimate, maybe some value. No, the Lee Sin just goes down, and Lucid is just going into another player as this is happening. That's another kill onto the Aphelios. No way for him to get away. The chains just go wide from Kingin, and the flash comes on in from the real Gnar to secure this fight win for the side of DK. Even a slow to come in. Another stun as well onto Kingin. And there's just no hope for him. Aiming, diving the Azir turret, but this Viego will not be stopped. And when the Viego just gets to do whatever he wants, I guess he's not Paperman after all. I mean, he's got the chakrams, right? He's doing a decent amount of damage to the Otacon, but TP are coming in.
He lost the chakrams.
He did.
He's green-blue.
Yeah, this is maybe the worst combo.
Guys?
You don't have the damage, but he's going to use his ult onto only Barrel as well. Well, there you go. The Tark ult landed onto Lehens. He was able to get it down. Unfortunately, it doesn't quite matter here as finally they break through the Banshee Veil. Will they be able to kill Showmaker? The answer is always no. As, yeah, started up the Otacon, felt pretty desperate. DK comes up and punishes very quickly.
You know, I think I would have preferred if they just picked Smolder. Just double
18
down.
stacks on Majai's already here for Showmaker.
Yeah, he's stacking that quickly. I guess who needs a second damage item? You can just go Banshees Majai's.
Yeah. Oh. He's just never going to lose his Majai's. They have Lucid to do the Otacon and keep it leash, so they can just dive while they get it.
I think he might have just been a little bit reluctant.
Yeah.
There's a Gideon right there.
Well,
oh man, he can steal this.
No, they're just going to totally pull off of it. Entirely pull off. The stun comes in. Perfect timing for the burst damage. Very nicely coordinated there. As finally Fisher trying to do something. And instead he's just going to Zhonya's in the face of three guys that can burst him down. That's the Baron. And yep, 25 stacks now for the side of Showmaker. He is just doing insane amounts of damage, and you can't get away from him. The chains land perfectly, and the Gnar is gigantic as well. DK, they want to send a message on their way out of this one. Kingin was just bot lane, hanging out, and didn't even bother to TP.
I get it. I don't think I would either. Kingin's like, you know what? It's double a limb. Live to fight another day.
Yeah.
Dplus, pretty decisive game. I think we knew long before the Nexus exposed which direction it was going in, but definitely. Oh, unless.
Yeah.
Well, it looked neat.
It's a lot of purple. Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, I think we had a goofy game 3. Credit to Nongshim. They had a good drafting game 3. Bounced back.
But takes down an outer turret and goes into melee range against Keen. I don't know about that one. Keen goes all out. There's a big shield with the barrier and the knockups. Delight saves the life of his AD carry. And Keen Sante going to fall. There's the ulti from Chovy. The flash out of the way as the ex-teammate is looking to punish. Will the Voidseeker connect as Viper? He's lining it up. He's lining it up, and Zeus says, take a house. Never mind, it's actually Peanut. They're going to sacrifice Otacon for it, though, so I don't know whether it's necessary. In a very awkward position as there's a Glacial Prison. Headbutt pulls Peanut out of there, but now Zeus, look at this Naba. They're all up against the wall, and now Peanut is blocking them in there. The quickness comes down as Delight gets into the back line, and there's the 5-man Naba from Zeus. Keen tries to go all out, but honestly, I think he wants out of this game as HLE just destroy them.
Vintage Zeus Gnar. His Gnar ball was perfectly set. Peanut knew it, and he set them up. And that is going to be a real team fight win here.
Chovy and Canyon, what have they been doing? Where have they been? I just haven't really felt that impact that we do get from Canyon and Chovy generally in their matches than we otherwise would, as here's the pick off. The quickness going to be layered. Canyon, he couldn't do anything. He was basically CC'd and then dead, as now Gen.G just looking to try and back away. Great interruption there from Duro, but the CC coming out once again as Zeka just going to go back to his soul. They're going to grab this inhibitor, and Delight is just fishing, going for one after the other. And there's the flash forward from Peanut, finds the Winter's Wrath onto Chovy, and and then just dies. But they take down these Nexus turrets. HLE with game number 1 on the red side, picking up this victory. So many comfort picks, but you can see exactly why these champions are so good for them. They're able to take it home with some great team fighting in this game.
Absolutely.
Not long for the world, as we're looking for
Chovy?
a Hextech Dragon. Yeah, Chovy could be in trouble. Zeus almost just dies as the heroic entrance comes on in. They do manage to get the Justice Punch, but Chovy's so tanky. Now Canyon looking to take down this Rumble. That is going to be successfully executed, but it's a 1-for-1 in the end, and now the Ornhorns coming through. The triple knock up everyone just in the blender as Viper and Ruler are fighting, and we know that that is not a fair one. Delight goes down. Peanut trying to do his very best as these health bars are so low, and Peanut gonna get knocked up. Duro takes that as his opportunity to crash on through. They do manage to take down the Wukong, and Peanut does have a lot of sustain in these fights. Wind becomes lightning, and they do need to kill Keen. He's a lot of money to be taken down, but instead, Keen's looking to try and get it himself. That mini taunt, though, is going to be great, and now Duro has no damage.
Yeah.
And so they could just walk towards him, but with Ruler moving down, that means that HLE not going to be able to find any more fight.
That last Sundered Sky proc feels pretty good.
Oh, God.
Oh,
I saw it happening again.
Top of the morning to you, says.
This is a Wukong that's doing a fair bit of work, finds another charge there as in goes Peanut and finds Ruler. There's the flash taunt, and Ruler once again. This mid lane has not been his best friend, and now Keen sets up the train. Will he be able to get the knockups? Of course he will, as Canyon takes down the enemy 80 carry, but now the Bash Bros are getting back to it. Zeus is looking real healthy, and Peanut and Delight just struggling to take damage here in this game. Zeker as well, going to be okay, and 3 are on the floor for Gen.G. How did that work?
I get it.
HLE.
I get it. You know, you've got a cleaver, Canyon, and you want to use it, and
Yeah.
he's cleaving. Well, there is arm guard, so he's got one big fight, maybe.
All right, possible battle coming on through here as we could have a Gargoyle joining at any time. Viper free hitting over the wall is fantastic positioning. Knock up onto Keen now as Peanut dives forward. They look for Canyon and they take him down. The train has left the station, but there's no follow-up. And there's the concussive blows we were looking for. Finally, Chovy shows up, but he is way too late for this party. And Ruler as well, he's even later. I think everyone's well and truly gone home, even the people that stayed the night.
I mean, starting this Baron, though, is super greedy for Hanwha Life. Zeka still has ult. I think they think they can do this. Duro looking for that angle, doesn't have flash, tried to hex flash in, but is avoided.
Yeah, well, Peanut can kind of tank it forever as Chovy's over this wall. Zeka trying to keep him interested as the Baron going down lower and lower. Remember, there's only one smite, and it's going to be Peanut that locks this one down. And now Chovy, he is just dead. Peanut dives forward. He's got the support of the Galio there as well as Duro going to get knocked up and taken down. This Sin's now an absolute monster, even from the grave. Speaking of monsters, Zeka needed to press that arm guard, otherwise he was dead. Ruler still... Yeah, they are terrified of this buff as Duro in a really awkward spot. Yatakan down to about 8,000 health as now Peanut's just walking on up here. Teleport in from the Galio, but he's now surrounded. Viper really far away from this fight. And look at the equalizer. Ruler standing right on top of it. Canyon just spinning, having a great time though. Still, the train, it's not going to get past the door. It's so powerful. Duro going to get executed, and even though Viper's dead, it's still looking all right here for HLE. Zeka Justice punching his way in. The winds of war coming down as Chovy gonna get tagged. In goes Peanut now as they're trying to find the DPS. Down goes the monkey, and it's a bloodbath in here. Zeka is just untouched, though he cannot take damage on this Galio.
Zeka's Galio, man, is so impressive. He's got the Riftmaker in this fight.
4-1 and 10. If I was there, I'd get them out of here. Yeah. And he is going to do so. Lands on top of Ruler there as well, as he can now start trying to cook him. As Delight, the flanking Braum, and they get on top of Ruler. They're looking to send him home early. He's trying to get these autos down, and finally he will be taken out. But Gen.G, they're fighting back. The True Shot Barrage finally going to be sent over, and this was an absolute Hanwha Life esports disaster. Not really what you wanted to see from them, and Gen.G even still have a whole bunch of Otacon buffs as they're looking to break open the base.
Viper here, one man against the world, but I think these Gen.G health bars are just a little too high.
Is it just the end of the game?
I think
That's
so.
the big question.
I mean, Viper's all out of mana.
Well, we'll see whether he can actually at least send a few of them back. That is first Nexus turret to go down, but these health bars are getting lower and lower. Keen, he's trying to flash in as the shock blast goes wide. These health bars, they're barely hanging on. But the Nexus turret loses interest. Another minion wave is going to taxi its way in. And Gen.G, after trying their very best to throw it as far up the pitch as they could, they pull up their bootstraps and they walk up, they get that ball, and they Well, this is a lot of investment just to try and kill the GP. As Zeka has found Canyon, so maybe he's going to pick that one up instead. Gets the flash out for the Emperor's Dividers. Watch out, Eep is going to be coming on through there, but Canyon cannot stand his ground against this guy. Peanut's now found Duro as the fight's happening all over the place. Zeus manages to take down his opposite number, and now Chovy is surrounded. The call of the curtains there from Viper is going to slow him down, and yeah, death from below is going to spell even more money there at the same time. Duro flashing, but I don't know whether he has anywhere else to go as, oh my god, these bullets. Ruler has said, I want nothing to do with these shenanigans, and I will take an inner turret, but I think HLE, they'll take a whole bunch of kills and possibly get an inner turret of their own.
Yeah, and having this much control over the bottom side before this dragon spawns is pretty
Out of all of Mel's damage. All right. That is some value there from Peanut, who gets the Bramble Smash as well. The Emperor's Divide comes in, and the bullets are raining down. Keen gets popped with just a third one. Remember, it's the fourth that's the most dangerous. Duro trying to run away. The kitty cat not going to be able to chase him down this time. But I think Gen.G got the message.
Yeah, they've got eyes on Baron, and even with the Pixel Life, definitely is, and they are punishing hard.
Yep, there's a nice rebuttal there from Chovy, but he's not going to have it for this. As the kitty cats come down, the parade comes on through. Duro just going to get melted as the curtain call is going to be heading towards the enemy base. There's death from below as Delight gets himself out of there very comfortably. Keen, oh, he's Keen against the world. What it feels like is he just gets thrown back, sandwiched between the wall, and destroyed by this bazooka that Viper has now. Almost 4 items completed. Canyon trying to dance around his base, and Peanut happily tanking up any turret shot that he would like. HLE now just going to push through. This should be match point for them as well over Gen.G. A big difference to what we've seen between these two teams in the group stage of this tournament. Still may not be over just yet as the Solar Flare picks the middle of everyone, and Duro will be dying for it. Delight also going to go down, but I feel like that's been what he's been looking for the majority of the day. Is a huge bullet goes into the back of the head of the Lilia once again, and Viper says goodnight to the Nexus. Man, what a Jin performance for that guy.
Like, we're just going to turn you into Chovy's new stacking battery, and you're not going to push. And Keen's just fine to this Renekton right now. They're trying to take this Herald.
Well, I mean, this is the thing that you do sacrifice, so
Yeah.
Rift Herald should now be secured by HLE. We'll see whether they can utilize that to grab themselves some map advantage.
I mean, no one's dying here for Hanwha, but this turret is getting worn down.
Oh, goodness me, the Achu doing so much work as Delight almost just dead as Mom just rains down. There's the taunt onto Duro. Grand Challenge is issued, but not actually going to do too much here. So they are going to be able to brute force this inner turret. Let's see what HLE can get done on the other side of this, though, because the Rift Herald has now made its way towards the mid lane. They should be able to stick around and take this one down, although it's taking a bit of time. And Gen.G utilizing the 5 grubs that they picked up as well. Really, really nice.
That's a really big grab for Hanwha Life, because they have the ability now to look for Renekton flanks and try to set up some cool angles of attack to punish Ruler, who likes to overextend as
It's public execution as Featherstorm comes down. Stranglethorn's coming in there as well as Viper is alive, and Delight just takes down the Ambessa. Requiem is probably going to kill him. Yeah, there he goes, and that is 2 picked up for Gen.G off the back end. You always have to remember, if you limp away, you're going to need a way to stop.
It's time, I guess.
Yep, they know that they're going to have to try and win some sort of fight. And HLE are just desperately trying to get towards this pit. They do have some vision available. The problem is that Chovy, as he pokes them out, he's getting more of these stacks. As okay, he goes to Light. They managed to at least pop this Karthus. But remember, he can still do damage. There's the Requiem, as they can get onto that healing field if they want to stay alive. As now Zeka getting cut up by Keen, but the Stand United, it's going to be there. Keen goes down eventually. Duro's at full health, but look at Ruler. He's just raining the arrows in. Delight finds it, but not the kill. And Ruler limps away from the fight, but keeps himself alive. And Duro should be able to tank this dragon up as they look to deny that soul point.
This is an additional for Hanwha Life. And they have no vision here, trying to leapfrog their way in. They're so slow.
Yeah. Can Peanut actually get over as Mom gets angry? Yeah, no, he cannot make it in at all. And now they're just in the wrong spot. Public execution, yep, right in front of all of his friends. Zeka is going to try and kill someone and does manage to at least send Canyon home. But it's a double kill off the back end. Peanut dead to Ruler, and Zeka follows the same fate. As HLE, I mean, I don't know what this Death Rush is really doing here, as Zeus just trying to keep himself somewhat not dead, as that's a lot of riposte value and does manage to at least send one of them home. Viper, I don't know what that Featherstorm was.
Hey, look, it's usually on the list of a Smolder that's fully stacked and getting more stacks all the time.
Oh, that's some high-value Zyra damage. As Mum gets mad, Viper is also dead. Keen is just going to kill him, and there's nothing Delight can do about it because he's taking damage from everyone else. A double kill here for Keen is now Zeka trying to get this value. Sends Chovy home, might be able to do the same thing to Duro, and does so before making his way out of the base gate. Flash over, and in the meantime, Zeus is in a side lane, just killing this turret as well as all of the minions. HLE, they lose a lot, but they at least evict a lot of Gen.G. Not Rule, though, who's just going to take this in a turret, and so it's still really bad for HLE.
Yeah, I'm trying to
get Zeus on top of Canyon right now. Keen is moving so quickly to get on over, and he's interrupted. Oh no, Zeus 1 versus 3. I don't know about this one. Still able to take down Canyon. That is massive, and he's still alive. My God, Delight gets in there. That's why he was able to survive for so long. And Duro almost dead, but is going to be able to take down his opposite number. Some absolute heroics here for HLE, but they are on death's door, even if they are flailing about in a pretty cool way.
Yeah, that was really cool, but it isn't going to change the outcome here in this game. Maybe in an even game state, maybe in an even draft. Not in this scenario, as Chovy is just going to start AoEing them down. Every burn hurts.
Oh my goodness, yeah, exactly. Look at that, sneezed on Viper, and he had to go back up into the sky once again. As I don't know whether a recall of some feathers is going to be enough to stop them from just tearing this base apart. Another Conga line of minions is going to move in from the top side as Keen dashing around in circles of Stranglethorns. Not going to really get anything done. And all right, now we're flashing forward, looking for some opportunities as the Requiem does come on through, and that is going to take down at least Delight. Ruler is just kiting out the Renekton, who is free food for these 80 carries. Zeus trying to be the fed Fiora that he wants to be, but he's like that Fiora that says they're a smurf in your iron solo queue game. Sometimes they're just not good enough to get it done, and it doesn't
With the mobile champions we have, we're talking about Nidalee, Ahri, Zeri, and to a lesser extent, Aatrox is decently mobile himself.
Well, here's a heroic charge as Viper's making his way in. Duro looking to try and stop him, but Ruler is dead. That was mostly praying, not a whole lot of spraying. I mean, as HLE now look to grab themselves a Herald as a little bit of a reward.
You know, we got silver scrapes, but I feel like we're just silver scraping what's left of Gen.G in this 5th game out of the barrel.
No.
This is just a complete dismantling. And we liked, you know, some of the aspects of Gen.G's
worried about this draft as well, as Viper is in melee range against a Viego, and he just pieces out. Delight can go for the 1v1 if you'd like to. The double teleports as Canyon going to get flashed on. And that is that darkened, the cool button that Zeus has access to on his passive, and Chovy and Keen turn up a little bit too late to stop anything from happening.
The dodgers in this game, but Unreal Keen's going for it.
And look at that, Delight sacrificing himself. Chovy did steal away Viper's ultimate, and that is going to be able to take that kill as the steadfast presence is so good from Delight. Still, the chains come down, and Chovy tanking too many turrets here in order to stay alive as Zeka comes in and says no more funny business. But Gen.G have been able to find some value unless this charm is going to spell the end of everything. Because remember, this means resets, and Zeka is dashing after Ruler now. The Orb of Deception doesn't get that true damage, as Ruler does have the ultimate back up and available once again. Expunge not quite going to be there, although I think it's called Contaminate now. Expunge was a lot
for it. And when you're this far behind, a trade of kills might feel nice because you're like, wow, we're behind on gold, we shouldn't be able to get that, but now you're losing the map.
Oh, Keen going a little bit aggressive here as Zeus does get stunned off, and Zeus just pops him. That is going to be the kill going over to Delight somehow. Enduro realizing that there is no avenue in whatsoever. Canyon down to 50%. Ruler trying to do damage where he can. And look at this brick wall of an Aatrox. Delight goes in. Double knock up is gigantic. Duro in that backline, zoning out Viper quite nicely as the rest of Gen.G have grouped back up. But Zeus is still alive. He's healing over and over again. The team fighting Peanut Nidalee is actually working. And finally, Zeka shows up to clean up the battle.
And again, it's a trade, but eventually Hanwha Life trade up better. I mean, these are some of the best fights you could hope for as Gen.G.
I just don't know about that. Zeus going to be able to clear things out. Zeus also has been... okay, never mind. He's just going to face check two people. Zeka going to move over, and there's the explosion. And down goes Canyon. No resets for you. Chovy as well, finding himself point blank into this Aatrox, who will just take a little bit of a avenue out of there. Viper explodes. That's going to kill the rat, and now he's just looking to press that burst fire button over and over again. He's got carpal tunnel, but he's also got a triple kill, and maybe make that a quadra. Never mind, it's going to be taken there by Peanut. That's going to be an ace, and remember, they had Otacon.
They had Otacon, so they don't...
Who is in the mid lane.
Yeah.
And Zeka is also in the mid lane. Keen is going to be the first one to be targeted as Delight pushes Chovy away. Duro is also going to explode the double kill for the Ahri as the spray and pray was trying to work, but unfortunately the Twitch just does not do enough. And look at Zeka having a field day. It's a quadra. Oh god, is he going to get another game 5 pentakill? Canyon is going to say absolutely not. That would be ridiculous. 2 best of 5s in a row. Yeah. No.
Canyon is the pentakill denier, as we've learned.
Yes, be it his own team or the enemy.
Well, this last game was a bit of a wash, Atlas.
It certainly was, but it was some impressive plays. There's a heroic charge. Zeka, unofficial denial.
Stacks. That's not supposed to happen in pro, but he's done it.
Oh, Zeus is standing on a ward, and now everyone's going to dive in. Viper is going to turn up as Chovy. Look at that, he's flailing with his chains out, and unfortunately, HLE are way too far ahead. Zeus can face check basically anything he wants as the slicing maelstrom does nothing. It's the tickling electric static circle. It's not really doing anything of much at all, and HLE, I think, don't need a Baron. They just need to kill this last remaining Nexus turret to bring them to a date with Dplus KIA in our winners final here for the LCK Cup. Ruler spraying, praying, but he's going to have to utilize a lot of those prayers against Nongshim to keep Gen.G alive here.